So hey there guys, welcome back today to another video on this channel. And in today's video, yes, if you have seen my previous video, then you might have a clue of what I'm going to talk about in today's video. Yes, today we are going to continue the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy series. And today I'm going to talk about the second book in the series, which is The Restaurant at the End of the Universe. So, if you haven't seen my previous video, then make sure you check out that video too. I'll be linking in the description down below, or to make it easier for you all, the link will be hovering right about here. So, let me just introduce to all the people who haven't seen my previous video about this series. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy series is a science fiction comedy series which is a really amazing and a fabulous series. This series is written by Douglas Adams, and this series is one of the unique series which includes two genres, that is science fiction and comedy. So now let us dive into the second book of the series, that is The Restaurant at the End of the Universe. So before we get into this book, I want to give you a little bit gist of the first book to all the people who haven't seen my previous video. So what happens in the first book is that Arthur Dent, along with his friend Fort Prefect, is saved from the Earth because the Earth was getting demolished. They're getting completely destroyed. So what happens is that Fort Prefect saves Arthur Dent. And in this way, Arthur Dent is the only human who has survived this demolition. Because Fort Prefect wasn't a human at all. To be mysterious for Arthur Dent, he was actually from a faraway planet. And this was not it. There were many other mysteries and curious things and interesting things that were there for Arthur Dent. So this is how it was the gist of the first book. Now let us hop into the second book of the series. So the thing that I like about this series is that when a book ends, the next book just starts off from the point from where the first book was ended. Like in the first book of the series, Arthur Dent was hungry and Zaphod Beeblebrox told him that they would go to the restaurant at the end of the universe. And this book just picked out from that point, but they still added a little bit gist of the first book for the new readers. So what this book starts off when Arthur Dent and his companions, who Zaphod Beeblebrox, Trillian, Marvin, the small little robot, and Fort Prefect, their spaceship, the Heart of Gold, was attacked by the Vogons. So there is a thing that is believed in the series that there was a supercomputer built by ancient people which was called as Deep Thought. So this Deep Thought, this was mainly used to find out the ultimate question of life and everything. What is life? What is everything in the world? And the Deep Thought, the computer, had responded that it would take him 7.5 billion years. Million or billion, I'm confused with that. So after that period of years, they get the answer, and that answer was not which they required. The Deep Thought had answered 42. So why did this answer? Deep Thought has responded that the question was different and they were now finding the question. So then they had to build another computer, which was called as the Earth. So the people of the Earth knew the answer of life and everything. So as the Earth was demolished, there wasn't a lot of humans left except for two people. One of them was the only Earthman who was left alive, who was Arthur Dent, of course. So as the Vogons attack the Heart of Gold ship, Zaphod Beeblebrox calls his elder Zaphod Beeblebrox the fourth. Actually, in their family, it was like Zaphod Beeblebrox the second and all by the previous generations, not in the after. Like normally, we would name this guy as Zaphod Beeblebrox 1 and then Zaphod Beeblebrox as 2. But this was like Zaphod Beeblebrox and then Zaphod Beeblebrox 2 and so on. So now what happens in this book is that they get attacked. Zaphod Beeblebrox requests his great-grandfather for help, by which his great-grandfather teleports Zaphod Beeblebrox along with Marvin to another world, while leaving Arthur Dent, Fort Prefect and Trillian in the same ship. So the journey of Zaphod Beeblebrox and Marvin in this book is a part which you won't miss at all, because it is so interesting, intergalactic and funny. The journey of Zaphod and Marvin was really amazing, but alas, Marvin was left behind while Zaphod had went away, because Marvin was protecting Zaphod while Zaphod had went away with the help of Gragava. So what happens is that these guys, Zaphod, Arthur and Trillian and Ford, they were traveling in time but not in real life. So what happened is that Marvin had to stay in the same location for over 5 million years. He was helping the other people too. He was blended with the environment, but he did not like that at all. He was clearly upset. And then they go to the restaurant at the end of the universe. So the restaurant at the end of the universe doesn't actually mean that this restaurant is at the end of the universe. No, not at all. This is a restaurant in which you can eat dinner, along with you can see a show in which they are going to show you the end of the universe. So this end of the universe is actually the reverse of the Big Bang. So this book goes on real interesting and mind-boggling way, and this is a must read for everyone. It is most important, never to forget, it's a really funny, extremely funny book. I liked the jokes which is in this Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy series. I really love them, and yeah, I hope you like them too. So I'll meet you guys in my next video. Until then, make sure you read these books and make sure you watch my previous video too if you haven't. And I'll meet you guys in my next video. Till then, make sure you leave a big thumbs up to this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and turn on the push notification so that you get notified whenever I upload a new video on this channel. Until then, I'll meet you guys in my next video, and goodbye.